JavaScript.
Who has laid the foundations of the earth with his hand? Who has spread out the heavens with his right hand? Who has gathered the waters in his cloak? What is his name, and what is the name of his son?
The name of his son. This is Proverbs 30, verse
Proverbs
4.
30.
Okay, and when it says, and you shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, did it say the Son of God?
The Son of Man, according to Daniel 7, is Jesus. I'm still speaking. Thank you. The Son of Man that Jesus is talking about is relating to himself as the Messiah, which we see prophesied in Daniel 7. The Son of Man was the Messiah. Still talking.
And his coming would be from days of what, Joseph?
Everlasting. Versus eternal, of course. So again, the Son of Man in Daniel 7 is meant to be the Messiah, who is God. So when Jesus calls himself the Son of Man, he is calling himself God. Remember, they're all Jewish people. They understand you're not Jewish. You don't understand what he's talking about. So
that is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, the funniest thing that you see in your life is actually when you look in a mirror.
Hold on. And when Jesus says, our Father who is in thy heaven, our Father, not my Father.
He says, my Father. He says, my Father all the time. Wait, John 17, 1 through 5. John 17, verse 1 through 5. He talks about his Father all the time. Now, Father, glorify me now with the glory that I had with you at the beginning of the world, since the beginning of the world. So, there you go. Jesus saying about my Father. I will listen to my Father, your Father.
If God was only Jesus' Father, wouldn't he say, my Father who is in thy heaven, not our Father?
Because God is our creator, so he is our Father. Genius.
Everybody's father. So
yes. So you can call. Yeah. So you can call.
Jesus.
Wait.
The difference is we're adopted children. It's an ontological.
Wait, real quick.
God.
Real quick. Dumb knuckles. Right. If he's saying all of us, right, and he's saying our, and he's saying brother. If he's saying our Father, including himself, how on God's holy green earth are you going to say that he's not, that God is not his Father? He is the Son of God. In fact, he just made the point that he is the Son of God when he says our Father. When he's including himself with us, he's definitely saying that God is his Father. Now, God is his Father in two ways, in virtue of his humanity and
that means we're all the sons of God.
Yes, proper to our, I literally said that already. Proper to our humanity, God is our creator, so then God is our Father. So
why is it, so why is it you guys believe that Jesus is the only Son of God?
Because he's the only begotten Son from the Father, as it says in John chapter 1, verse 14 and 15.
Do you know that the word begotten was taken out of all the new Bibles? Do you know that?
Beautiful. So that if I'm reading a verse that says that, wait, hang on, great. So if it's taken out, that means that it was originally in the Bible. And if I'm citing a verse in the Bible that says he is begotten, that means that originally he was begotten. So congratulations for continuing to making my point.
No, because someone added that word in there.
No.
Wait.
Sam. You said that it was taken out. No, you said it was taken. Buddy, you said it was taken out later on. I don't care about it being taken out later on. I care about the authentic. I go by the original.
Listen.
So I'm appealing to Jesus being begotten. Genius.
Guys, who has the right to take out a word?
Nobody.
Inside of the Bible.
Nobody.
And before you start spazzing off, can you
so
go
how are they allowed to play with the Bible as they
do? I'm talking.
You're talking to Catholics, not Protestants. Protestants are the one that took it out, not Catholics.
Let me point out to you the context of the verse that you're talking about, starting at verse 12 of John chapter 1. But to those who did accept him, he gave the power to become children of God, to those who believe on his name. So yes, there are other kids, but they're not in the same sense that Jesus is a son of God, who were born not of natural generation, nor by human choice, nor by man's decision, but of God, born again from above. Verse 14, and the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, and we saw his glory, the glory as of the Father's only Son, or only begotten Son, full of grace and truth. Either way, whether the word begotten's there or not, it does make a distinction between the verse 14, word being made flesh, Son of God, and the other children of God, 2 verses before. And you don't seem to be able to grasp this thing called context, which is informing what you're talking about. So do you want to start over?
Yeah, so what makes Jesus so special that he's the begotten Son of God? What is it? Because
Well,
he doesn't. Because he. Because he doesn't. Hold on. Because
You asked a question. I'm gonna answer it.
because he doesn't.
I'm trying
have a father,
to, buddy. I'm
is
trying to
that the
answer you,
reason?
buddy. He didn't become. He wasn't so special that he became begotten. He's special because he was begotten from God. It's an eternal act that happened before the foundation of the world. He was eternally begotten from the Father, which is what makes him so special.
And if you read just a little bit further
So can I?
on,
If that was true, hold on. If that was true,
No, dude, let me finish. Let me finish here, because if you just keep reading in John's Gospel, first chapter, and you get down to verse 18, which is only 3 more verses after that one, no one has seen God, the only Son, that's the only begotten Son, who is God, who is at the right, who is at the Father's side, has revealed him, or in his bosom. That's who's revealed him. So it is the context that tells you this only begotten Son, not these other children that were empowered by God to also be kids in a different sense. This begotten Son is the one that's revealed him, because if you go even further back, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and that's the Word that becomes flesh.
You forgot the
So you
blood.
don't seem to understand this
Jesus
thing called
said, "I am
context.
nothing without the Father." What are you guys talking about?
Just like you're nothing. Hey, just like you're nothing without your parents. No way!
And he did not say that he was nothing without the Father. He did not say that he was nothing without the Father. No, dude, relax. He did not say, in the words that you used, he was nothing without the Father. He said he does nothing that he does not see the Father do. And that's something he's done since eternity began, which even includes creating things. When he sees the Father create, he's part of that creation plan, because he's also God. So get it right when you're starting to mention a verse and quote it properly instead of talking over people like you don't know how to have manners.
So from Adam all the way to Moses, you guys are saying Jesus was before all the creation.
Yep, before Abraham was, I am.
He was before the heavens. He was before the earth. He was before anything.
Wouldn't you guys think that God would have told all the prophets before Jesus, "Hey, I'm going to be sending my son. Tell the people, I'm going to be sending my son to be crucified."
You mean like we? Hey, buddy. You mean like we just quoted for you in Proverbs 30, verse 4?
That doesn't make no sense. All the prophets preach
Bro,
no God
all
but
the
one
yes,
God, and all of them are servants of
yeah,
God.
dude. All the prophets prophesied about the Messiah, and that he would suffer, and that he would be God. All of them. You doesn't find me a single prophet that doesn't.
How many times? A prophet. It didn't say the Son of God. It said a prophet. Just
Nope.
like
It
all
says
other
nope.
prophets.
It says the Son. It says the Son.
No.
Proverbs 30, verse 4.
Hold on, Joseph. And Isaiah.
Show me where it says that a
Hold on, Joseph.
Hold on, real
Joseph.
quick. Wait, hang on, real quick. Hold, time out. Sam, have you read all the prophets? Have you read the entire Bible?
That's going to be a negative.
For unto us a son is born, unto us a son is given.
Hold
Sam,
on, sir.
Sam.
I do have a question for Doug after this, though.
Yeah, Sam, have you read Have you read all the prophets?
I know all the prophets.
Have you read all the prophets?
I've read them. Yes.
Beautiful. Can you tell me what is Hosea about?
Hosea.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Isaiah, but what is
Hosea.
What is Hosea about?
One, because I know them in different language. Hold on.
Yeah, while he Googles that, Doug, would you really say that Christ was hung on a tree?
Well, that's the context of Galatians 3. Go to Galatians 3 and read, I think it was verse 14 was the one I just read to you.
Mm-hmm.
What does Paul say there? Because it's verse 13. Christ ransomed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us. For it is written, here's the quote that Paul's giving right there, cursed be everyone who hangs on a tree.
Yeah.
Is that not where Paul takes the reach?
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. I would never attribute the crucifixion to a hanging.
Right, but it's not a hanging in the sense that he was hanging by rope. He was hanging by nails. He was still hanging from the wood of the cross.
No, but I get that. But just in the definition of hanging, unless there's a different word, right, in their language used, whether it was in Greek or Hebrew, hanging means to be suspended from an upper portion with the bottom portion dangling. But Christ's feet were nailed to the cross.
Right, it was hanging on the cross.
Yeah, but it is a slow form of like suffocation, isn't it? To be crucified, like one does hang from.
Yeah, but it's not hanging, is what I'm saying. Because to be hung or hanged, right?
Yeah,
you have to be dangling on the bottom portion of your whatever it is you're talking about.
I agree with you. Like, yeah, but
verbatim, right?
It is,
I mean, you're from
kind
the
of
UK. English came from your land. You have to be unsuspended on the bottom half to be hanged or hung.
Right, but in the Jewish understanding of hanging, as forget which gospel it refers to, they did not allow him to continue to hang on the cross, even though they talked about it being the preparation day. I think in John's gospel, the point of why they weren't allowed to keep the bodies hanging on the cross after sundown was because it was an accursed thing hanging like that. Just like if you had somebody's body just presented outside a city with their head on a spike.
Sure.
It defiles the land in that sense.
Well, that's interesting. Thing. So I learned something new today because, like I said, I would never have called it hanging, even through like a simile, but that does make sense.
And that's why Paul used that verse in Galatians 3 to point out the fact that he was made a curse. It wasn't that he did something that caused him to be accursed. It was the manner in which he died made him accursed. So it wasn't his fault. It wasn't him causing it. But that was the loophole in the law to where our sins could be applied to Jesus. If that makes any sense.
That's why the Jews don't believe in Jesus, because they go, when Jesus told them, I did not come to change one is
brother, the Jews don't believe in Jesus because they didn't. Brother, hold on a second. Hold on. This is why you're lost, bro. The Jews didn't believe
let me finish
that
my
Jesus.
You guys never let me finish.
Hold on 1 second. I know you're slow, bro. But what I'm telling you is just hold on. I'm going to tell you verbatim instead of you yapping. I'm going to tell you why the Jews actually didn't believe Jesus was God. The reason the Jews didn't actually believe Jesus was God is because they thought the Messiah was going to come down and be a savior through an iron fist. They thought he was going to be a great warrior, somebody to go and defeat all the other nations, etc. And initially, when Christ came and was about peace and love, etc., they went, well, surely this can't be the Messiah, because first of all, what guy claims to be God without some miraculous big boom bang show? And on top of it, you're not a warrior. You're not a warlord.
You're wrong. That's not why. Because he
is right. Hi, I'm actually Jewish, and Captain Crunch is correct.
They were exchanging money for interest inside of the Solomon Temple. And Jesus.
Why do you keep talking for Jews, bro, when you're not a Jew?
Hold on, and because I know the history, I know religion.
I'm sure you do.
Stop fucking talking for a group of people that
you
you're
guys
not
are
part
talking over me and not even letting me finish my point.
Your point's horse shit. I don't even know what you stand for, who you are, or anything.
You're not even letting me finish my point.
What religion is he?
You guys won't even let me finish.
No, he's not said shit.
Sam,
He just speaks as a Jew.
You know what?
You've got two people up here, Sam.
This is why.
Hold on, Sam. You got two people up here. One, you have a Jewish woman up here, and you also have Doug, who's a theologian. Now, either one of them can jump in. Either one of them are free to jump in and tell me that my understanding of why the Jews thought Christ wasn't God is wrong. So let's try each of them. Clearly, our Jewish friend here, Elena, said, nope, that's correct. Doug, am I off beat here?
No, you're not.
Okay, Sam,
I find it funny that Sam, who's not a Jew, wants to tell us what Jews believe when Ilana came up here and she is a Jew and she's saying, no, Mr. Samuel, you are the one speaking horse manure. So
Listen,
why
I
don't
was
you listen?
born in Jerusalem. I was born in Jerusalem in the Middle East. Born in Jerusalem.
And so was Alana. And so was Alana.
I know the Injil. I know the Quran. I know all the Abrahamic religions.
There it is. There it is.
Bubby, just because you were born in a manger doesn't make you Jesus.
And just because somebody
I was
said
born in
I'm
England. I'm not the
Jewish,
fucking king of England.
Wait, Sam. So wait, are you Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish. I'm Palestinian.
You're from Israel. You're Israeli. Sorry, correct.
No, I'm Palestinian.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Always will be. Israel
Sam,
doesn't exist.
it does exist.
Zionism, listen.
It does
Zionism is
exist
not
because your
Judaism.
passport
Woe
says
to
Israel.
Woe to those who call themselves Jews, but
You
are
know what,
and are from the
Sam?
synagogue of Satan.
Sam?
Synagogue of Satan. Did you
Sam?
read the
Why
Bible?
is this guy ranting at
Synagogue of
Catholics
Satan.
on behalf of...
Zionism is not Judaism.
Sam? So all of the signs in Jerusalem, all of the signs
Go look at all the Jews
in
in
Jerusalem.
Palestine
Wait,
that
so
are
were
against
you
Zionism.
born? Were
In
you
New York-
born?
In New York,
Sam,
the
can you
rabbis are
come up
against
for
Zionism.
air?
Zionism is
Sam,
not real
I'm just gonna
Judaism.
keep talking until you shut the fuck up.
What's
Thank you.
Zionism got to do with...
So,
Zionism is not
my
Judaism.
honest question: were you? I don't know if you were born in whether you were born in Jerusalem or if you were born in the Arab quarters.
Fake Jews, synagogue of Satan. That's what you guys are.
You mean wait? But are you still living in Jerusalem?
It's in the Bible.
Are you still living in Jerusalem?
Of course, I go back there, back and forth. I have a house. My tree.
Wait, no.
goes back
So,
thousands
but
of
you
years.
live here in the States as well.
Now, yes, I have.
So you have dual citizenship
Yes,
between
of
America
course,
and
dual
Israel.
citizen-
That's beautiful.
Dual citizenship. Yes, of
You
course.
have dual citizen. Oh, so you
Of
agree
course.
that both between Israel and America. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, and the fact that Christians.
You literally just agreed that it was Israel. I hope you know.
Listen, fake Zionist Christians.
He doesn't know nothing about Catholics, does he?
Who don't even believe in Jesus.
Sam?
Guess what? They
Sam?
don't even believe in
Sam, I got a
Jesus.
question
They
for you.
crucified him.
Sam,
According to them,
are
they
you okay?
crucified
Can
Jesus.
you breathe for a second so I can ask you a question?
Yeah, so there's no such country
Are
as
you
Israel.
okay?
Oh my God.
Hold
By the way,
on,
Merry
hold on,
Christmas,
hold on.
everybody.
Fake Jews,
Merry
Zionists,
Christmas.
fake Jews.
Hey,
Woe
hey,
to
Sam,
those who
can
call
you breathe for a
themselves Jews,
second?
but are not
Sam,
and are from
can
the
you breathe
synagogue
for
of
a
Satan.
second? Sam, can you breathe for a second? I got a question for you.
Sure.
Are you ready for my question?
I'm ready always.
Oh, okay. Before 1947, when Israel became a nation in that part of the world, what nation or what governmental organization was in control of that land before that?
Britain.
Okay.
Who was also
Hold on, dude. I'm not interested in your little spaz out. So you need to wait from it. So if Britain was there, and it was under British rule, when in history was there actually a Palestinian government to where that could be called the land of Palestine the sense that the United States is a land of the United States?
It was the Ottoman Empire, which all the land was united, and that area
it
was
never
called Palestine.
So it was never just because the land's called Palestine doesn't make it Palestine. I live in an area.
I don't see Palestine anywhere on the map.
Listen,
I'm not finished.
Hey, fake Jews, hold on. Can I finish?
You need to take. You need no. You need to take a breath. I'm about to make a point. Dude, I don't want to hear about your bad.
Listen. Look at the Revelation where it says, "And the lion was given wings."
You're not listening.
Hold on, the lion was given wings.
Can somebody just mute the guy? Can somebody please mute him?
Breathe for a second.
Thank you.
For a second, because I don't think you're listening.
And the
because
lion
there's an
stood up
area, dude, you need to listen. Because there's an area of the United States known as the Ozark region. Are you listening? No, the Ozark region. But it is not actually a state or a country or anything else. It's just a region, just like the Appalachian Mountains are a region in the United States. There's also the Midwest, which is also an area of the United States. Just calling something like Palestine or the Ozark region or the Appalachian region or the Midwest or the West Coast does not necessarily designate it to be something. Just because something was under some other rule, like the Ottomans, does not make it Palestine. And here's another thing for you to sit back and ponder, because they were speaking Arabic. Why is it, if there's this land called Palestine in your mind's eye, is there no P sound in any Arabic language? Whether it's Arabic, Aramaic, Hebrew, whatever, there's no P sound in the sense of Philistine. That comes more from Greek. Do you not know history and etymology? So if there was none, what is the land actually called in Aramaic? How about that? Or Arabic?
Doug, he's gone. He's gone. I don't know where he is.
I know. I know he can't answer that question. That's why he runs like a scared.
Does he not? Like, what the fuck has Israel got to do with Catholicism? I'm really trying to.
Because he thinks that every Catholic is anti-Zionist because they don't know history and they don't know what's going on. He was trying to play the I'm from Palestine game when there was no thing called Palestine ever in history. It's just a region like saying the Ozark region or the Midwest of the United States. It does not make it a nation or any kind of people designation just because you want to do some fondling of yourself in private.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Elena.
Wait, hold on.
How's everybody doing?